Good afternoon. In this session, we are going to discuss about the properties, home remedies, and common frequently asked questions related with ghee. So, as everyone knows, ghee is actually prepared from milk, curdled, and from the butter obtained, we boil it and then prepare the ghee. It's also known as a clarified butter. So, this ghee is highly sweet in taste and supports digestion also it is sweet. This cold in potency pacifies both pitta and vata doshas, promotes voice, increases memory power, and is an aphrodisiac. Ghee, being unctuous, it has a tendency to strengthen the body. It is beneficial for the eyes, enhances luster, and the complexion of skin. When taken judiciously, it also increases the appetite. In Ayurveda, it is also mentioned that Dhinam Kritva Ghritam Pibet. That is, even if you do not have money, you have to take a loan and have ghee. That is how the importance of ghee is being mentioned. Also, ghee has a special property that when it is mixed with a particular substance, the properties of the substance don't change. At the same time, the properties of ghee are added on it. So, if we have to give any substance without changing its original quality, ghee can be used as a medium. Also, the medicines which are prepared from ghee is highly useful even in disorders of brain, when it has to cause a blood-brain barrier, as we say. That is, in the brain there's actually a barrier because of which the medicine or most of the chemicals do not go to the brain exactly. But when the same medicine is given through ghee, it provides a medium for it to pass through it, and hence is highly beneficial even in psychiatric illnesses. Not just because of that, also ghee has a very good property of increasing the appetite. It is also a very good mood relaxant. It has a property of enhancing the mood and hence is useful even in psychiatric illnesses. So basically talking about the types of ghee, the same as we have discussed about buttermilk or milk actually. All those sources can be made into ghee. That is the cow, buffalo, goat, mare, camel, woman, sheep. All these sources can be used. So talking about cow's ghee is highly beneficial for eyes especially. This is an aphrodisiac. It tends to increase the appetite. And it's also a rasayana, as we say. Rasayana means that is something which can be used on daily basis and it stabilizes the body and it maintains it without causing any kind of disorders. It helps in preventing most of the diseases. Also, cow's ghee improves the immunity and the luster of the skin. It delays aging and is considered the best among all varieties of ghee. So, also the second variety is the buffalo's ghee. Buffalo's ghee is sweet, pacifies pitta and rakta dosha. Is heavy to digest, just like buffalo's milk is heavy to digest. Similarly, the ghee prepared from buffalo's milk is also extremely heavy to digest and it increases the kapha dosha. Next one, talking about the goat's ghee. It is highly an appetizer, good for eyes, increases the strength and is this easy to digest. Generally, ghee which is kept for more than an year, even for 10 years or even 100 years, is highly beneficial. So this old ghee, it elevates all the tridoshas, that is it pacifies all the tridoshas and it is highly beneficial for skin diseases, poisons and even for psychiatric illnesses. This old ghee is highly beneficial. Other than that, ghee can also be used daily not just for internally but also for external applications also. In case of any cracked soles, dry lips is present, in such condition, ghee can be applied externally. Next one, even for eye disorders, as we have already seen, ghee is highly beneficial. There is a particular therapy in Ayurveda by name Tarpanam, Akshitarpanam as we say, in which quantity of ghee is retained in your eyes by building a bridge or a barrier around it. So this ghee is retained for a particular time according to the person's power and other after taking other considerations. So this ghee is highly beneficial in reducing the power of the eye, especially for those suffering from myopia or hypermetropia or even other eye disorders. It reduces it. Other than that, ghee is also useful for Alzheimer's disease, dementia, and all these water diseases which occur at old age. And all such diseases can be prevented by regular intake of ghee from the beginning from the childhood. Also, in any kind of psychological illness, as we've already mentioned, like when there's any kind of agitation or aggressive behavior is there, regular intake of ghee is beneficial. As we have already mentioned, ghee has a positive impact on our brain's neurotransmitters, and it helps in lifting up one's mood. Also, even for in case of headaches, when you have any kind of tension headache or any kind of migraine, which is especially of vata and pitta origin, milk along with a teaspoon of ghee can be used preferably at night time. This helps in reducing the headaches also. Also in insomnia, the sleeplessness, a little bit of ghee can be applied on the soles, massaged a little bit before sleeping. This is useful when you are extremely tired and you are not able to sleep. That is, in such conditions, this ghee application on soles is useful. Also, ghee has a tendency to reduce the burning sensation of the body, and all those pitta related symptoms can be pacified very well by regular intake of ghee. Also, ghee in minimum quantity has a tendency to improve the appetite. Ghee can be taken with various things, like maybe ajwain can be fried in ghee and used when you have a low appetite. So, can ghee be used regularly, and in what quantity should it be used? So, according to Ayurveda, ghee is one of the few eatables to be taken regularly, and this quantity depends upon one's own digestion capacity. So, by digestion capacity, we mean the quantity of ghee which does not cause any kind of belchings or any distension of abdomen, or when you have a flatness or any heaviness of the body, this taste of the mouth. These should not be present when you take ghee. That is all. After a few hours, it has to be completely digested and you should be free from these kind of symptoms. Also, if such kind of symptoms are present, you can reduce the amount of quantity of ghee which is being taken, or you can also have hot water immediately after when you have these kind of symptoms, this flatness or distension of abdomen after taking ghee. This will help in digestion of the ghee. Also, if you have never had ghee in your whole life, it is better to begin with a minimum dosage of maybe 1/4 teaspoon initially along with your diet, and according to your digestion capacity you can change it. Is there any contraindication for the ghee intake? Yes. Ghee is generally to be avoided when your digestion capacity is very less, and when you are suffering from extremely kapha related disorders, like maybe a lack of appetite is present, or when you have a fever or cold of any kind of recent origin, in diarrhea, or else you had highly alcoholic intoxicated. In such kind of disorders, ghee should be avoided. Is there any specific season for the intake of ghee? We can see that ghee is to be had especially in autumn season. Otherwise, it can be had in all seasons, but there's a specific reference of it to be had in autumn, that is the post-rainy season, where pitta dosha is generally considered to be on an upper side, that is when it dominates, creating disorders of pitta dosha. And this ghee can be avoided a little bit during the spring. Spring is nothing but the post-winter season. What happens during this time is that the kapha which is accumulated during the winter in the body, due to the external heat, it flows down from its natural seat. So this causes indigestion, fevers, cold, etc. So during this period, it is better to avoid. Also, there's a question like, can ghee be taken when one is obese, or when one has high cholesterol levels, or in heart diseases? So in such cases, it is better to take ghee after a consultation with your physician, because in some cases of cholesterol and obesity and heart disorders, ghee is beneficial, but not in all. This kind of symptoms can be detected by an Ayurvedic physician. So after a consultation with him or her, you can take ghee according to the prescribed dose by the doctor. So hence, ghee is highly beneficial. It can be taken daily, but there are few contraindications for it in a few conditions. So it is better once to be confirmed with the doctor. Thank you.